hand test. Yeah, hands are working. Check. Okay, quiet on set, everyone, and action. Okay, so this is a. I'm going to try and keep it brief, right? I have a tendency to ramble on making things more. I'm doing it already. This is an installation for the Frost and Sekers Quick-lock system for Bromptons and the Brompton Pentaclip. Boop. Anyway, so for way number one, shebang. And then we have method number two, which is internationally known as Slack Boy freestyle installation. You can call it what you like, that's just what I call it. So we've got it in under here. This is quite a high saddle actually, so I don't know why I'm telling you that. It just is. I've just noticed that. This is the easy way and the way I'd recommend most people do it, unless they wish to have this a bit more concealed, basically. But whatever way you do it, you're going to have to be we want to be a bit aware about the clearance of the handle. It's less of an issue when you set it up this way, which is the slack way, whatever I've called it before. I've forgotten my gag. But yeah, so you just have to be a bit aware of the placement of the handle in relation to the saddle. Right, so this is the final thing that we're trying to get for, and now I'll explain how you get there. Okay, now the first step is just to remove your saddle from the Brompton. Okay, that's all you're going to try and do. Now, the key thing is, you're not taking the bolt off entirely. All you're doing is loosening this enough that you can gently ease this off your bike. And one of the things that I've suggested in the instructions is to just mark the position of your rail. If you're happy with the position of your saddle on your bike anyway, mark where the rails are situated in relation to the clamp, so you have as a guide, something to go on, right? But anyway, back to the story at hand. So this is what it's going to be like when you take it off, and you want to keep everything together, and that really is the key. You want to keep the pentaclip bolted together, and that's the kind of theme throughout the whole build. Don't try and do it under the saddle in some kind of like weird way, and you want to try and keep all the bits together. The pentaclip, marvel of engineering it is full of spring washers and slip washers. I've just made those words up. I think they're probably right, but there's just loads of bits. So if you try and take it apart, you're just like it's just a nightmare. You want to just hold it together and pretend none of that stuff's in there. You don't need to understand how it works in order to install it. We're gonna get this ready. So to start with, we're just gonna remove this the nut side of the clamp. So we're left that here, get it on the side that it's going to go on, and then we just pop this out on it. Pop this out till you're ready, get it on the side that it's going to go through. Loosen this side. I'm going to be really careful that the bits don't drop, so gently unscrew it. I'm going to wait for this side to come off, ease it off there, right, bosh, right like there. And that's really just, you can pull it out at this point, right? And now, you can kind of hold it all together. If you forgot to bring it close to you, I recommend you just drop this like that carefully, and it should hold together in the rails. But really, you want to just hold it, right? So can you see what? If I drop that there, oh God, this is going to be to the point where it all falls apart. You can see it's just held on the rail there. So off you go. You go and get this bit you forgot to get ready. And you're going to bring that up so it's ready to accept the Frost and Sekers clamp. And we're just going to slide it in and through, right? Once you've got that there, small sigh of relief. Whoo! Whoops, grease. It's fine. It's supported some by the bolt as it sits through. Now what we're going to do now, it's all finger tight at this point. Just gonna do that, screw it in, have a bit of movement, but just be sure that nothing's going to fall apart. I like to just check that all of these shims and washers, I know they're not shims, but God, I don't know what they're, spring washers and friction washers and magical things. You just want to make sure they're all sitting inside the clamp all nice. So give it a bit of a move, just check it's all tickety-boo. Now next step is popping in the rail. It really is easy. The only thing you have to be a bit aware of at this point is that these are pointing inwards, so you kind of have to just stretch it out a little bit, but you just guide it in like that. Once you've got it in a bit of the way, it'll just slide through. Oh, push that way, so I might loosen it a bit just to make my life easier. There we go, and that's it really. You've done all the hard work. So depending on how you have your saddle, you might want this way on your Brompton if you're a bit shorter, or you might want to go this way if you're a bit taller. But so really the next stage is just whacking it on the bike, and if you've marked it off here, you're going to know whereabouts on the rail your saddle will want to be. Yeah, the next stage is you pop it on. You want to get your seat position correct, tighten this off, check your bag and everything goes all nicely, and that's it really. Because it's clear of the seat post totally, it doesn't in any way interfere with your fold, so wherever you put this, this is gonna be, it's a great little product to have with your Brompton. Right, once it's on, lock it down, you're happy with this position, and that's it. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can visit our website, frostandsekers.com, or visit us on Instagram, and you can send us a message, email and Instagram. Yeah, and our details you'll find there. Okay, I hope that helps. Happy riding.